welcome back to the channel. So I just packed up and I'm leaving Toad Rock. I did a little walk around this morning, but it's pretty quiet in there because it was a little noisy last night. But I took some pictures and I'll just show you what it was like around the pavilion area. Anyhow, for today's ride, I think I'm going to try to get to Ryder's Ranch, just outside of Creston. But before that, I'm going to head back to Caslow and do 31A, and that's going to be the video for today is Highway 31A. I'm a poet and I don't even know it. Now we're going westbound on 31A. Now I've done this road quite a few times, and it's one of my favorite roads, but I still can't decide which way I like to do it better, from east to west or west to east. So Highway 31A, and this connects Caslow with New Denver, and it's about 53 kilometers, I think it is, in total distance. But with so many curves and you gotta slow down some for a lot of them, it does take about 45 minutes to do the road. So today I'm gonna do it in both directions, and then I'm gonna do a stop at Sandon, which was Sandon Silver Mine. It's a historical place here in British Columbia now. Anyhow, I'll talk about that when I get there. Well, I hope you enjoy the ride like I do. So this area near the top of the mountain's always been a mystery to me, and I think it's kind of cool. I really think it's awesome. But there's a couple of old buildings here, and then there's a boat in that shed, and it's such a big boat, and all there is that creek that we've been riding beside all the way here, and it's way too big for that creek, and it's always been a mystery to me of why that boat is there. And to me, it kind of reminds me of the Ark. But if there was ever floods this high in the mountains, oh boy, we're in trouble. Anyhow, I've never been able to find out the story behind it. I've never been able to research it or find anybody that knew the story behind it. But someday, I'll keep searching, and someday I'll find it. I just thought I'd pull over and show you a real cool mystery. don't know what type of bug that was, but it got me in the ear. It hit me in the ear, and it was pretty big. It actually hurt a little bit. Well, okay, here's the turnoff to Sandon. Historic Silversmith Hydroelectric Station. Well, I didn't know anything about that one. I just know about the Sandon silver mine. So anyhow, let's go check her out. So this area here, Sandon, what I know about it is this whole region, of course, in BC with the gold rush, and everything started around the 1850s, 1860s, and lots of miners started coming up here and staking claims and searching all over the place. And this area here was discovered in 1891, I think it was. And it turned out to be a very large deposit of silver that was found here. In history here, from 1892 to 1900, this was the richest set of mines in all of British Columbia. And again, it's got a little bit of a colorful history around here from what I was able to see. And of course, town struck up, and there was a competition to get a rail line to either Kaslo or Nakusp first. So different companies were building rail lines to try and get the product. I'll have to dig up an old picture from quite a few years ago, and I seem to remember that house right there was an attraction at the time. It wasn't a place where somebody lived in. I'll dig up the old picture and I'll post it up.